Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tip Drill. We are doing a special Q&A so y'all can get to know me, but I have a very special guest, one that I have not had on anything before, but y'all asked me all these questions, so I'm going to introduce you to the man who puts up with my shit, my husband, Matt.
Hello.
So, what do you got for me?
Well, we got a lengthy list of questions here. I'm excited to get your answer to them. Do you want to dive right in, or do you want to?
How do you put up with me? I'll ask you something first.
Most of the stuff to put up with is like funny stuff, like silly stuff. So,
Like what?
I don't know, like when you thought that the Nazis killed the Germans, like
Oh God,
stuff like that.
I'm so sorry.
There's no bad stuff.
Okay, well, go ahead. Ask me a question.
Unless you mean bad. Okay, number one. What is your best team in? Let me rephrase that. Who do you think is the best team in college football?
Tennessee, duh. Shit, yeah.
Really? Like, you legit think head to head against anybody in the country, they win every game?
Are we talking about win or are we talking about best?
Yeah, okay, all right. So let me start on that. For real, though, you think head to head against Ohio State, they win that football game?
Fuck yeah.
Without Cedric Tillman?
With that, yeah. With Josh Heupel on the field.
Okay. It's plausible.
I bleed for my team.
It's plausible. Here's one I know the answer to. What is your favorite color?
Yellow.
So you bleed. You bleed, right? My favorite color is orange. Orange.
I like yellow.
What would you name your boat? Well, first of all, it would be my boat because you're more anti-boat than me.
What would I name my? Well, I don't know. Like, if I had a yacht or if I had like, because you can't name like little wakeboard boats, can you?
Hell yeah. I mean, you can name a canoe if you want. Like,
well, I know, but is it like tradition to name a little wakeboard
it's probably
boat?
not traditional to name canoes, but okay, so let's say you got a 40-foot yacht. What are you naming it?
Floaties.
That might be the name of a nice Hooters style bar.
Oh my God, on the water, if we had a Hooters style bar.
Don't be telling our ideas. I might know the answer to that one. What is the most useless talent that you have?
Oh my God, I can tie a cherry stem with my tongue.
So you can't answer that question. You can't use that as your answer and then not tell the story.
About who? Corey?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so I did an interview for Maxim, and they asked me what my secret talent was or whatever, and that was my answer. So Corey,
which you were answering, you were on the phone answering questions in the kitchen. So Corey heard, our 6-year-old son.
Our 6-year-old son, he heard the answer. So then one day, it was in front of his teacher, right? Is this one? I'm trying to think of which one it was.
We were at dinner, and one of the drinks, like a Shirley Temple or something.
Yes, so in front of the waiter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So in front of the waiter, he was like, and our friends. And he goes, Mom, do that thing, do that trick with your tongue, tie the stem of the cherry. And we were like, oh my God. So yeah, that's our story.
Gangsta Corey. Let's see here. This answer might take a while. What's your biggest screw up in the kitchen?
Maybe it's the peppered spaghetti.
No, that wasn't a screw up. It was decent.
No, it
wasn't. I mean, it would have been a little better if I had some expectation of spicy spaghetti.
You guys, this was like an honest mistake. I literally was like, you know how you season your spaghetti sauce? Well, I was putting like a little bit of pepper and then the lid fell off. And so all the pepper went in
I
there.
don't think pepper's a spaghetti sauce seasoning in the first place.
Well, I was trying to fucking cook. And so the pepper
You're not
spilled
telling the story exactly how you told me.
everywhere. So I was like, fuck it.
So traditionally, I make the spaghetti, typically, right? Well, I was working, and on my way home from work, she was going to make spaghetti. But she said she wanted to put her own little twist on it. She didn't just want it to be dad's spaghetti. So I sat down and I took a bite, and I think she used cayenne pepper just the way it tasted. I'm just saying.
No, it was the whole pepper.
And I was like, oh, she's like, is it good? I'm like, yeah. Give me another drink.
I literally, like, most people would have probably been like, oh, it's not good anymore. But for me, I was like, F it.
Good morning. What is something that sounds like a compliment but is actually an insult?
Bless your heart.
Yes. Those of you that don't live in the South.
If somebody says, oh, bless your heart, that literally means like, oh, you're an idiot.
That's an old Southern woman's way of saying you ain't got no sense. What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing?
Oh.
The greatest trick ever played, right?
I don't know. That I would be compensated for hosting a show.
Oh. I don't know if it's the greatest one, but it's
the latest.
Then we go right into this one. What conspiracy theory do you believe?
You're gonna hate me.
Is it NFL?
That the NFL is not real. So it's real for a little bit, and then I feel like once it gets into playoffs and things get like serious, then I think there's a lot of like politics.
So this is where
I don't think that people are getting injured on purpose and shit like that. Like, I don't think that.
This is where I struggle with what you're saying, okay? I think that we're not on the same page as far as the depth of the fakeness of the NFL. Because if you're saying Tom Brady gets calls that Josh Allen or Ryan Tannehill or whoever doesn't get, I'm with you 100%. And if certain owners are treated differently, I'm with you 100%. If networks want certain teams, of course they want big market teams in the playoffs. And
I'm not saying like money. When it comes down to playing,
but like I don't think somebody's sitting there with a pen like the daggum wrestlers saying it's going to be Tampa because Tom Brady's there. I just think that it's
ironic that Peyton Manning wins the Super Bowl his last year.
It's ironic.
Then Tom Brady comes to Tampa.
It's ironic because of how good they are, and they're at the end of their career, and they're saying, "This is it. I'm giving more now than I was when I was 25."
Well, that's true. I mean, it could be that way too, but I just feel like there's a lot of things that are too ironic.
If it's to that level, I agree with you, but then that's also true in everything, college.
Right. That's what I think that's why I say that, is because I have like the business mind where I kind of know how things are done now behind the scenes. So for me, I'm like, there's just no way that can't also play a role in there. But I don't think when I say it's fake, I'm not saying, oh, all of it. Like, it's like not like WWE or whatever. I'm saying like there's a lot of business decisions that go on behind the scenes that some people don't understand. You know what I mean?
And of course, because there's a conflict of interest.
Right.
The owners pay Roger Goodell.
It's a job.
You know what I mean? They pay his salary.
Right.
So he's not gonna like treat them the way that maybe the average person that wasn't getting paid by them would treat them or whatever. So do we need to skip a few?
We have like 2 minutes right now.
You said it says, what conspiracy do you believe? And that ain't even conspiracy theory, except for nobody but you. Who's your favorite Disney character?
Ariel.
Oh, I thought it was Gaston.
No, you're not Gaston. You're the Beast. What are you? You're not a douchebag.
I'm not that hairy.
Oh, you're getting there. Except for the top.
It's migrating.
Down to the balls. Just kidding.
How could you politely end a conversation with a person who is annoying you? I would love to see you do this politely.
I don't have those manners. I think I'm just like, like, fuck off.
if Corey didn't say it first.
Right.
What takes a lot of time but is totally worth it?
Makeup.
I thought you were going to say hair.
Oh, look at my hair. I choose my makeup over my hair.
What role do you wish they would introduce into your... Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I do have Tennessee education, guys. Forgive me. What role do you wish they would introduce into your favorite sport?
Okay, so I wish that...
First of all, favorite sport?
Football.
Okay, so college football.
Okay, college football. I wish that... Well, I mean, they can't do it in college football. I would probably watch more in NFL if they integrated hockey into the NFL. Like, if they let them fight and then put them in a penalty box for a minute and then they came back on, it would be totally entertaining and so worth it to me.
Well, I mean, they do let them fight to some
They
degree.
do not.
In
Not
hockey,
anymore.
in hockey, it's a
They
penalty.
get in trouble.
Right, you do in hockey too.
They get fined.
No, you go to the box.
Right.
If
If
it's too egregious, you get fined. But in football, if two guys are getting in a fight on a field, as long as it's not again too egregious, it's
I know, but then everybody,
and
it's
typically it's
like
offsetting,
this.
and they're in there.
No, I want like hockey. Like, I want them to be able to take their helmets off or something, and then duke it out for 2 seconds, and then go into penalty.
I think that they should apply some of hockey's rules to the NBA. They're both 5-on-5, right? Except hockey's got the goal.
NBA.
Yes, if they would apply it to basketball, I would watch basketball more. When there's a foul, instead of shooting free throws, in what's one of the most boring parts of all of sports, watching a guy shoot free throws. Instead of doing free throws, send the guy who committed the foul, put him on the bench for 2 minutes, like in hockey, and let him play 5-on-4, like in hockey. Like, that would be badass.
But basketball's like chess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a finesse sport. It's not a.
I mean,
now it is.
Right
now it is. But before then, when you had like your traditional guys, like, you know, in the time of Jordan, when it's like Rodman and everybody like that, it was more aggressive and it was more of a contact.
Yeah.
Like, there was more passion in the sport.
I don't really know what it's like now, because I don't think I've watched an entire NBA game since all them dudes, Sean Kemp and...
It's acting.
All those guys.
LeBron James changed the game with being sniped.
But I can't be fair. I agree with you on LeBron, but I can't be totally fair to LeBron because I haven't watched an entire game of this.
It's fucking awful.